let's get on to a couple of questions that I've been asked. Some things people have been saying about my surgery. I get asked, isn't it dangerous to have all these surgeries so close together? Hello gorgeous, how are you doing? In this one I'm going to be talking about surgery. Previous surgery, upcoming surgery, and my current healing process and all sorts of things. So let's get straight into it. First off, I know I haven't been posting quite as regularly as usual. I'm sorry. I've been healing, and I haven't been to the gym, and I haven't been out and about as much. Yeah, I've had a lot of healing to do because, as you know, I've had a lot of surgery. Okay, I'll be honest. I probably pushed myself a little too far. I do not recommend anybody does what I've been doing and having a surgery a month because it's hard and it takes its toll. Okay. Also, I know I've promised to do a proper before and after bum video, and I will, but it's still got some healing to do. Although actually my bum is healing pretty well. That's pretty much done now. But my legs, as expected, the inner thigh lift, which everyone said is the most complicated procedure, has also taken the longest to heal by far. That still has, as I speak, I still have 2 seromas which are quite uncomfortable. I have one which has possibly become infected and has become an open drain, which is also not as awful as it sounds. It's just a little messy. But all of that means that I can't really do the proper before and after photographs because I'm still covered in bandages. Now then, let's get on to a couple of questions that I've been asked. Some things people have been saying about my surgery. So this is going to be a little top 5 questions I get about surgery, but I'm kind of winging it as I go, so bear with me here. The first question I get asked all the time, I get comments on the videos and all sorts, is you seem to be addicted to surgery. No, I'm not. And just to be clear here, all of this surgery is stuff that I've had planned for a very long time. I've researched it, I've researched the surgeon, I've been saving the money for this for decades. Nothing that I'm doing is a whim, is a spur of the moment thing. Every single piece of surgery that I've had has been planned, okay? So just to put that to bed, I'm not addicted to surgery, and if I'm honest, I don't like surgery. It gets in the way of, you have to heal, and it stops you getting on with your life. It's frustrating. So I am certainly not addicted to surgery, although I will admit I love the results. That's another story. But everything that I've had done has been planned, and if you've known me, been planned for decades. So no, I am not addicted to surgery. Quite the opposite. I'll be very happy when it's all over. However, it won't be over until I've had everything done, and there's still a little bit to go, which is coming up later. I often get asked, what have I had done so far? Well, this year I've had a neck lift, a maxi facelift, I've had eye bag removal, I've had a neck revision, I've had an arm lift, I've had a tummy tuck, I've had liposuction on my abdomen, I've had a lateral leg lift, and I've had buttock implants. That's what I've had this year. Prior to that, I've had hair transplants and a mini gastric bypass, which is where I am now. What's still to come? Bottom surgery, as in my GRS, my gender reassignment surgery. That's going to be early next year. I'm going to have some facial surgery. I'm still not sure exactly what yet because I'm starting to favour filler now because it gives you the same result with no downtime, no pain, a lot less expensive, which is always good, right? And, well, it gets the same sort of result. However, what it can't do is take away, and I still need to taper my jaw, and I still need to do some work on my brow. So at the very least, I'm having that done. I'm also going to have some revision work on the work I've had done so far. So next year, I'll be at my target weight. I'm a few months away from that. The weight is still coming off nicely. So I'll be having some additional liposuction just to flatten everything out, to get rid of any unevenness from the surgeries that I've had. It's basically the icing on the cake. It's the cherry. It's the finishing touches to all the surgery I've had so far. And that's pretty minor in the scheme of things. So that's like a finishing procedure. I may also have abdominal etching, which I could get done at the same time as the revision work. And that, again, going to be next year at some point. I'm also leaving optionally open of a bum lift. I want to see how these bum implants settle down, what everything looks like. I may have those lifted, I may not, undecided. So that's all for next year, and it's not going to be the mad dash like it was this year, a surgery a month. It's going to be as and when, at a much more sedate pace. Okay, the next question I get asked all the time is why the rush? Well, I'm impatient and I wanted to get everything done the moment I was down to the weight where I could start having surgery. I wanted my body done. That's one reason. I just wanted to get on with it. 2, I had a wedding which happened a few days ago when I was a bridesmaid. It was amazing. Kimberly and Paul. I wanted to look the best I possibly could for that wedding. As a transsexual, you don't get asked to many weddings. You certainly don't get asked to be a bridesmaid very often. And there were a lot of people going to be there who hadn't seen me for years. So I just wanted to look the best I could, you know? Probably a once-in-a-lifetime type thing, you know? But a big deal. Not to take anything away from the bride, because it was a really big deal for Kimberly as well. But it did feel a little bit, oh, it was awesome. So that's another reason. And also because what I don't want to be doing is spending years having surgery, not able to get my exercise routine on. For my 50th, I want to get up on stage, you know, to enter a competition, with bodybuilding or a transformation competition. So I've put a sort of a date around that. And that also means I wanted to get on with the surgery. So it was just something of, let's just get on with it. Let's not drag this out. Let's get it done. I get asked, isn't it dangerous to have all these surgeries so close together? No, it's dangerous to have them done on the same day. And that's something I did consider, but when I looked into it, there are a number of clinics and you'll see people going to them and they're very, I want to say good value for money. They're certainly very inexpensive in terms of the financial cost, but the risks that you pay are huge. Incredibly high risk of cross-infection is so much higher with these one anesthetic, get everything done. And I was considering them until I looked into them. And the trouble is, you look on websites and you see the best results from these surgeons, but what you don't see is the mortality rate and the infection rate and the ones which just go horribly wrong with the skin grafts, and people are losing limbs because of infections. So I very much stayed away from these very cheap mass, where you get your boobs done, your arms done, your tummy done, everything all done at once. 2 procedures at once is about the limit that's safe. And even that brings, risks. But as long as they're quite far apart on your body, they aren't so discomfort. There's not so much discomfort, you're okay. But bum, tummy, legs all at once, all in the same area. Ah man, infection risks are crazy high. Don't do them. However, once you leave everything healed for a few weeks, a month or so all the scarring is sealed, you're still healing, you're still suffering, you still got some pain, if you can tolerate the pain. But which brings me to the next point, what's it like having all these surgeries done? Like I've done this year, surgery every month. It sucks, I'll be honest with you. It's very painful. You feel as if you're just getting over the worst of the pain from one procedure and you're jumping into the next one. My arms still hurt a little bit and I've had my legs done and my bum done since then. So it really, really hammers your body. So you've got to be in, the best shape you can be. And at my age, it's a challenge, I'll be honest with you. So yeah, it sucks. But it's also incredible because you get everything done. All the big stuff you get done in a year or so, I'm pretty much done for this year with the exception of a few minor things which aren't really that much, no downtime. Then I'm now waiting a few months for everything to heal before I jump back in the new year. So there we are. That is a quick rundown of all the surgery. I've got another video coming up about how I chose my surgeons, and I've also got some really big news regarding how to choose your surgeon, which is a separate project I've been working on. But that's pretty much it. That is my surgery FAQ video, my most commonly asked surgical questions. So I hope you found that useful. As always, I'd love to know what you think. Have you had surgery? Are you planning surgery? Let me know. Post your comments below. I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you guys. So please comment, like, share, subscribe, dislike. All engagement is good. Thank you so much for watching. Coming up on the right, left, over there is the last video I put out, and below that is the one YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the very next show. Bye. Mwah.